was like, oh my god, like I totally, oh my god. Hey everyone, it's me again. I'm back here today to do the Disney College Program Tag, and let me tell you, this is one of those videos that I have been so excited to make. Even before I decided that I wanted to do a YouTube, I always knew that if I did, this is one of those videos that I definitely wanted to do. So let's just get into it. The College Program Tag is a series of questions. I have 10 of them. They're actually on my iPod that I have right in front of me, and I'm just going to be answering them. Typically you get tagged to do this, but since I'm just starting out, no one tagged me, and I was just excited, so I decided that I was going to make this video anyway. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so question 1. How did you hear about the program? So I heard about the college program, I want to say I was actually a freshman in college when I heard about it. Probably, I don't know, and I remember talking to my dad about it, and he was like, no, that's only for people who live in Florida, like you don't want to do that, and I kind of forgot about it. And then last year I had a couple friends apply, and I had a couple get in, a couple didn't get in, and that's really what sparked my interest in it again. So I kept looking into it, and here we are today. Alright, second question. How was the interview process? So I'll talk a little bit about it. I'm going to make a whole separate video on the application process and the interview process and all that kind of stuff, but I'll talk about mine specifically. So I actually applied to the Disney College Program one time before for the Fall 2017 program, which is currently going on, and I did not get through the web-based interview. Unfortunately, that's where my interview process stopped last time. This time I was super nervous and I was super excited to apply again, so I did. I did get through my web-based interview, which is essentially, if you've never watched a video before, if you're new to this whole application process, the web-based interview is something that it's an online personality test kind of, and pretty much they're just trying to see if you make the perfect Disney candidate. And then from there you get to schedule your phone interview, and I scheduled my phone interview for a week and a day after I completed my web-based interview. That was a whole story and a half as well. I had scheduled my phone interview, I believe, for 5:30 p.m. No, it wasn't 5:30. I scheduled my phone interview for 6 p.m. I had work until 5 o'clock that day, so I ran back to campus. I had to get dressed. I scheduled it so I wasn't going to take it in my room. The cell service is weird, and I didn't want to deal with any of the distractions of the building itself. So I decided that I was going to go to a quiet study room in one of our buildings across campus. So I get back from work, it's like, I want to say 5:15. I run up to my room and I change because I was in work clothes, and like, I don't know, I just wanted to, like, you know, look good, feel good kind of thing. So I came back, I changed, and I'm running across campus, and I actually had my boyfriend go sit in a room, like go find one to make sure that I had a room to sit in, because if I ran across campus and I didn't have a room, and then I was just a nervous wreck, let's say that. So I get to the room and sitting there, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. 6 o'clock passes, and I'm like, oh my god, when is this phone call gonna come through? I was panicking. I had completely psyched myself out, and I thought that maybe I scheduled it for the wrong time, because you hear horror stories like that all the time, like I scheduled my interview for the wrong time zone, or this or that, or tons of different things could have happened, and I was so nervous already, and I was like, oh no, they're never gonna call. It was about like 6:10ish when I got the phone call, and I like freaked out, took a deep breath, and I answered the phone. I thought it went okay, and then it was over. I feel like I answered the phone and then it was over. It was a very nice paced interview, honestly. It flowed very well. I honestly don't remember how long it was. I think maybe 17 minutes. Honestly, to me it doesn't really matter at this point. But, so that was my interview, my phone interview. So after that, I was waiting and waiting and waiting to hear, and every day, actually a couple times a day, I would rethink about my interview, and I would think like, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. That definitely wasn't what I should have said. It went so bad, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. I had people, so my boyfriend, he sat in the room with me while I was while I was doing my phone interview. I just wanted someone in there. It kind of actually was able to calm my nerves a little bit. So after it, he was always like, "You did fine, stop worrying." And I was like, no, that was totally a bad answer. I definitely shouldn't have said that. I'm not gonna get in. So I completely psyched myself out again. Just day by day, it got worse and worse. It turned into, when I hung up the phone, I was like, wow, that went really well. All the way to, holy crap, I'm gonna get rejected. I'm just gonna wait for this rejection letter. I'm not gonna hear back at all. Like, it went from like one extreme to the next really, really, really fast. Question 3. Where were you when you found out? Okay, this is another really funny story that I like to tell people. So it was a week and a day after my phone interview that I got accepted. So it was a fairly quick application process for me. Some people, it's not that quick. So earlier in the day, I was running around. It was actually the week. It was the first day of sorority recruitment, so I had a lot of things going on anyway. And so I was in the car and driving around, like trying to get, maybe I was getting my nails done, I don't remember. I was going somewhere, running errands, and I got a text from my friend. One of my sorority sisters, she was also applying. Shout out to Lisette. She texted me and she's like, "Oh my God, Keely, I got into the Disney College program." And honestly, I was so excited. I called her, I was like screaming. I was like, "Oh my God, congratulations, oh my God." She had her phone interview a day before me. So I was like, okay, maybe I won't find out today. I was really happy for her, but at the same time, I was like, oh, like I'm so happy, but like I want to get in too, you know? So she called me, I'm freaking out. That was probably like in the middle of the day. So come later on, Oscar and all of them were tweeting about that he was still in the office sending out offers, and I was like, I'm not gonna hear anything today, blah blah blah, like whatever, I'm not gonna check my email anymore. That night of sorority recruitment, it was actually like I had to run the room, so it was a big night for me in general, so I just didn't want to check my email. I didn't want to be upset and then have this bad image of me and not be happy during recruitment when all these girls are coming out and the whole 9 yards. So I'm sitting, so it's way later in the day and recruitment's about to start. So he tweeted and he was like saying that he still had a bunch of offers to send out and he didn't know if he was going to send them out that night or wait until the morning. So I was like, you know what? I told myself, I was like, do not check your email in between all of this going on. Check it later, check it after recruitment. Like I was saying, I didn't want to be upset. I thought I was going to open my email and not see anything and then just be like, you know what, like, and now I'm upset that I didn't get anything and I don't want to ruin it. I didn't want Lisette to be upset that I was upset because I didn't hear anything. But something, I was like, I'm not going to check my email. But I opened up my email anyway. I think it was open when I opened up my phone. And the way that I have it on my phone, I get so many emails a day that I don't have them pop up. My email refreshes only if I open up my email app. So I open up the email app and it's refreshing. And it said one email loading, and I was like, oh my God. So then it pops up and it said Disney College Program, congratulations. And I screamed, I ran out of the room, I like ran up to my best friend. I was like, oh my God, like it was so exciting. And I had all my sisters there and all my other friends, so it was just a nice night. And then everyone was excited for Lisette, everyone was excited for me, and it made the whole night even better. And so that's where I was when I found out. What is your role, and what were your preferred roles when you applied? So I got hired as a lifeguard, which was actually in my top 3 roles that I wanted to get. I do have a tattoo on my wrist, so there's some roles that I can do. There's just limitations if you're aware of the Disney look. If you're not, I could make a whole nother video about that if you wanted one. But anyway, I was talking with my phone interviewer and she was saying that I can't work in quick service food and beverage because of my tattoo. So at that point I was like, oh, that eliminates a huge portion of things that I could possibly get accepted for. So that made me a little bit nervous. But anyway, I got hired as a lifeguard. What were your preferred roles? So my top 3 were character performer, which you had to go to an audition for, lifeguarding, and then attractions. Quick service food and beverage was actually up there too, but when my interviewer told me that I was not eligible to work in quick service, obviously that was eliminated off my list. Roles that I put high interest in, I believe, were character performer, character attendant, lifeguarding, attractions, and quick service. So I did put high interest in a bunch of roles, but again, I'm gonna make a totally different video about all of that, the application and all of those kinds of things, because I feel like that's also a helpful video to have out on this channel. Question 5. How did you find your roommates? How many do you want? So for those of you who have done the Disney College program before or are currently in limbo between getting accepted, finding roommates, and moving down there in January, finding roommates is a different experience. So when I came into college, I never found a roommate. I actually decided to go into college random because I paid my housing deposit super late. I was actually going to commute to school. I never went through the experience of finding a college roommate because that after my freshman year I became an RA and now I live alone. I don't have a roommate. So finding roommates for me was so stressful. It was weird. Everybody's posting in the page like these long roommate surveys and pictures, and some people are getting comments and some people aren't, and it's just so weird. There's a Facebook page and this is where it's all happening, and when people get accepted, people are even posting these before they get accepted, so people get lost in limbo of everyone else posting, and so I kind of just took a step back. I was the kind of person that was commenting on other people's. I posted one myself, but just weird situations. I wasn't a fan of it. So I actually originally was gonna room with my sorority sister Lisette, but she's over 21 and I'm not. I won't be 21 until like the middle of my program. So we decided that we'll still hang out and all that kind of stuff, but she wanted to live in non-wellness housing, and I'm not eligible for non-wellness housing because I won't be 21. So then I was all like, okay, well, I need to find roommates, how am I gonna do this? So I was commenting on a post and I saw this other girl, she had said that she was a lifeguard in her thing and she's gonna be a lifeguard. That was her role for Disney as well, and it was really exciting. So me and her found each other, and then from there we found other people, and those people found other people. So currently I have, including myself, there's 6 of us. We're hoping that we get to link up all 6 of us. We hear that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Usually it really all depends. I won't be able to link up with anyone, they say, until like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before your program, which like makes me nervous. But I'm just gonna go with it, let everything happen the way it's supposed to happen, and go from there. I do want to live with 6 roommates. There was actually a point in time when we were all talking that we wanted to maybe live with 8, and that really freaked me out for a second, but then I thought about it and it's not a big deal. I'll be happy with 4, I'll be happy with 8. Nothing less than 4. Rent gets really expensive if you live with less than 4, so I'm hoping for at least 6. I feel like 6 is a really good number for me. What are you going to miss while in the program? I think obviously I'm gonna miss my family, my dog. Oh my goodness, my dog is my life. His name is Groot, just like from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's my little love. So I'm definitely gonna miss him, but I'm gonna come home at some point, so I'll get to see him. Kind of like, I don't go that home too often now that I live at school. I do only live about 45 minutes from my house, but still, I'm kind of used to not seeing my family and my dog and all of those people back at home. I'm definitely gonna miss all of my friends here at school. So I get really nervous going into a new situation. I never really honestly have a hard time making friends, but I still get really, really, really nervous about just going into a completely new situation. Luckily, I'll know my roommates when we go down there. I have a friend who's extending her program, so she's gonna be there. So it's not like I'm gonna know no one. It's still a completely new thing for me. It's a totally different state. I live in New Jersey. Florida is way south of New Jersey, so it's quite a ways away from my home. So definitely my friends, my family, my boyfriend, he's staying in New Jersey, he's in school right now. So all of those kinds of things. Honestly, I think I'm also gonna end up missing the cold weather. I hate the cold weather. It's not the thing for me. I always say that I can't wait to be in Florida. It's been like 30 degrees around here lately, so I don't know. I'm like super excited to go to Florida and to live there, but I think once it starts getting hot, this is one of those things that I'm taking for granted, and I think I'll realize it once I get there and live in Florida, that cold weather is nice to have sometime. What's your favorite Disney park? My favorite Disney park has to probably be Epcot. I love the World Showcase. I love Mission Space, I love Spaceship Earth, I love all the things in Epcot. So I love walking around the World Showcase. I think Epcot is one of those hidden gems that has a lot of like hidden gems inside of it, if that makes any sense. So Epcot's probably my favorite. Second favorite, probably Magic Kingdom. I love the castle. I love just the feeling walking into Magic Kingdom, looking down Main Street when you go into Magic Kingdom. It has to be an amazing feeling. Every time I've gone, you just get this overwhelming happiness. And then Animal Kingdom. I love Animal Kingdom. I haven't gone to Pandora yet, so that might change my opinion on things. And then lastly, Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios right now, to my understanding, there's a lot of construction going on. There's the Great Movie Ride's not there. We have Tower of Terror. We have Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania, but that's pretty much it. There's like all the Star Wars stuff too, but it's just not my favorite park. Honestly, right now it's my least favorite park. That might be an unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people who that's their favorite park. And who knows? I'd be curious to do like this video again, but post my Disney College program and see if anything has changed opinion-wise. First thing you want to do when you get there, you know? I don't know if this question means like after traditions get there, or check into my program get there, or just get to Florida in general get there. So I guess I'll answer all three. So I'm flying down to Florida the day before. I'm flying alone, so I'll stay in a hotel that night. So honestly, the first thing that I want to do that night is probably take a nap, because I'll be traveling all day, and then hopefully I'll be able to meet up with my roommates or some friends in Disney Springs for like dinner or something, because I can't get into the parks and your girl's broke. I'm not gonna pay for a park ticket just for one day. And then the next morning, so I'll be checking in, and that night, like that first thing I want to do there, we're all planning on doing roommate gifts, so maybe like just hanging out with my roommates, getting dinner, getting to know each other, because like yeah, we know each other, we've been texting and we have a group message kind of thing, but I don't know, just spending time with them, maybe. I don't know. And then after traditions, once I get access to the parks, probably the first thing I want to do, honestly, is go to Magic Kingdom. I definitely want to see Happily Ever After. I can't wait. I haven't seen it yet. The last time I went to Disney was 3 years ago, and I don't even remember watching the fireworks then. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm actually going to Disney World on a vacation in like less than 2 weeks. So I'll see them then, but I think it'll have a whole different effect on me once I become a cast member officially. So that'll be that first. But I definitely want to do it with my roommates. It'll be a fun experience. What's the number one on your bucket list? So I'm gonna make a whole nother video about my Disney College Program bucket list. I don't know if I have that much on there. I don't know. I just want to do all the things, to be completely honest. And hopefully I'll be able to do all the things over the course of the 5 months that I'm there. But the number one that I can think of right now, I want to do 4 parks in one day. And I've seen videos, I don't know, like doing all the attractions in one day. I think it's possible. But I definitely want to do 4 parks one day and vlog it, because that'll be so fun. Exhausting to what I hear. So I guess it's the number one on my bucket list as of right now. What's one thing that you hope to take away from the program? So lately I've been wanting to work more and more with not a guest services, but with a guest, like, I guess, I don't know the right word, if it's guest interaction, or I guess you could say guest services, or like that kind of stuff. I study psychology, and I've been taking a social psychology class this semester, and we've talked a lot about what influences people to do things. So if you think about Disney, and you think about how big they are on guest interaction, and how big they are with everything in Disney World has a purpose behind it. So if it smells like sugar and candy when you're walking down Main Street, there's a reason behind it. If it's snowing in Magic Kingdom during a Christmas party night, like there's a reason behind it, and everything that Disney does, like I'm saying, I want to be able to learn and see how Disney does that, whether they have like a psychologist come in and watch people. Is that weird? Like, I don't want to like watch people, but if you watch why, like when people get excited, if they get excited over seeing like a hidden Mickey right like in front of them before they go onto a ride, why not put more hidden Mickeys there or something like that? Like incorporate more of that throughout the park and see what makes people happy and see how we can enhance it, and see what makes people not so happy and see how we can fix that. I'd love to learn from like higher up in Disney, like the higher up people who work there, and see how they do all of that. I'm sure that I'm thinking way too much into it, but that would be super awesome. I'd also just love to take away the experience. There's a lot of different opinions, especially coming in my directions from, well, you're just going to Disney World to live in Disney World and play in the parks, like you're gonna be a slave to Disney World. I hear that one all the time. Or I hear like, oh my god, are you ever gonna come back? Or, oh my god, I'm so excited for you, I'm gonna come visit. So I just like to take away the experience. That's why I'm vlogging, so I have these memories for later. There's so many things that I can't wait to take away from the program and learn, and I hope to learn more about myself too. I'm going down there completely alone, aside from the couple friends that I have there now and my roommates, but other than that, I just want to learn about myself, and I think just learning about the company and learning all of that kind of stuff is something that I'd really like to take away from the program. And like making more friends and all that kind of stuff. So I've come to the end of my list. There was only 10 questions on there. I've seen other videos where there's more, or if there's any questions that you guys have, definitely ask them and I will answer them. Thank you again for coming to this channel. I know this is only my second video, but again, thank you for subscribing for those of you who have subscribed. Thank you for watching if you've made it to the end of this video. If you have questions, or like I said, if you're going into the Disney College program, if you're there now, let's definitely like be friends and hang out. The more the merrier, honestly. The next video that I'm going to be posting is the vlog from my trip in a couple weeks, probably 2 weeks. Maybe I'll post a couple vlogs. I'm going to see how much footage I have. Maybe I'll split it into 2. I'm going to be there for 5 days, so maybe travel and Magic Kingdom or whatever. I don't really know. I'll figure it out when I get there, but look out for those videos because those are going to be fun. And yeah, thank y'all for watching and have a magical day.